Welcome back to your weekly cup of English. And in today's lesson, it's part 2. We've already done the previous one, and if you want to go back and look at the previous one, there will be a link above. So, today's lesson. We already know that over 70% of the English language is made up of phrasal verbs. And 56% of students find it difficult to find someone to practice speaking with. So in this video, we are going to try and solve both of them issues. So one, we are going to focus on phrasal verbs, and this is number 2 of the series of videos we're going to be doing. And we are going to still be using the technique shadowing. So, this is how it works. I will give you a phrasal verb. I will give you the meaning of the phrasal verb. Then I will give you an example sentence using the phrasal verb. Then what I want you to do is, when I tell you to shadow me, copy, mimic me as I'm saying the sentence. Not after I've said it, as I say it. Yeah? And mimic the intonation, the pronunciation, and the speed. This will improve your fluency untold. It works very, very well. I've used it on hundreds of students across the world, and I've seen really, really good results. So, I will give you the phrasal verb. I will give you the meaning of the phrasal verb. Then I will give you an example of the sentence using the phrasal verb. And then I want you to shadow me. Just copy me at the same time. It might feel a bit strange, but you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. And I guarantee it will make a massive difference. So no more talking about it. Let's get on with it. Here we go. Everyday phrasal verb speaking practice, part 2. Backup, meaning support. Example sentence. The staff backed her up when she complained about the working conditions. Shadow me. The staff backed her up when she complained about the working conditions. Back up, meaning drive a vehicle backwards. Example sentence. Tom backed up without looking and ran over his laptop. Shadow me. Tom backed up without looking and ran over his laptop. Bail out, meaning save or rescue. Example sentence. The government had to bail out the airline because it was losing money. Shadow me. The government had to bail out the airline because it was losing money. Bail out, meaning jump out of a plane because it's going to crash. Example sentence. The pilot bailed out when he saw the engines had failed. Shadow me. The pilot bailed out when he saw the engines had failed. Balls up, meaning spoil or ruin. Example sentence. He ballsed up the presentation. Shadow me. He ballsed up the presentation. Bang about, meaning move in a place making a lot of noise. Example sentence. He's banging about in the kitchen. Shadow me. He's banging about in the kitchen. Bang on, meaning talk at great length. Example sentence. He was banging on for half an hour, but no one was listening. Shadow me. He was banging on for half an hour,
but no one was listening. Bang up, meaning put someone in prison. Example sentence. The judge banged him up for 8 years. Shadow me. The judge banged him up for 8 years. Bang up, meaning damage badly. Example sentence. He banged his car up last night. Shadow me. He banged his car up last night. Barge in, meaning enter a place and interrupt. Example sentence. He keeps barging in and asking stupid questions when I'm trying to work. Shadow me. He keeps barging in and asking stupid questions when I'm trying to work. Barge into. Enter a place and interrupt people rudely. Example sentence. They barged into my office without knocking and started talking even though I was on the phone. Shadow me. They barged into my office without knocking and started talking even though I was on the phone. Bash about, meaning mistreat physically. Example sentence. If you bash your monitor about like that, it will not last very long. Shadow me. If you bash your monitor about like that, it will not last very long. Bash out, meaning write something quickly without much preparation. Example sentence. I bashed the essay out the night before. I had to hand it in. Shadow me. I bashed the essay out the night before I had to hand it in. Be in on, meaning be involved in. Example sentence. Susan was the only one who was not in on the plan. Shadow me. Susan was the only one who was not in on the plan. Be along. Arrive. Example sentence. The next bus should be along in the next 15 minutes. Shadow me. The next bus should be along in the next 15 minutes. Beat up. Attack violently. Example sentence. The mugger beat him up and stole his money. Shadow me. The mugger beat him up and stole his money. Beaver away, meaning work hard. Example sentence. She's beavering away in the lounge studying for her exam. Shadow me. She's beavering away in the lounge studying for her exams. Beef up, meaning make something stronger or more solid. Example sentence. The company beefed up their case when they noticed the public would not accept their first explanation of the accident. Shadow me. The company beefed up their case when they noticed the public would not accept their first explanation of the accident. Belt up, meaning sing loudly. Example sentence. They belted out the national anthem before the game. Shadow me. They belted out the national anthem before the game. Bend over backwards. Do a lot to try and help someone. Example sentence. I bent over backwards for them and they didn't even thank me. Shadow me. I bent over backwards for them and they didn't even thank me. Belt up. Be quiet. Example sentence. She told the students to belt up as they were making a lot of noise. Shadow me. She told the students to belt up as they were making a lot of noise. Blackout, meaning all lights go out. Example sentence: everything blacked out when the power failed. Shadow me. Everything blacked out when the power failed. Blast off, meaning leave the ground, spaceship or rocket. Example sentence: the space shuttle blasted off on schedule yesterday. Shadow me. The space shuttle blasted off on schedule yesterday.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. May have been a bit difficult for some of you, not so difficult for others, but go back, keep trying, keep doing it. We'll keep making more videos. I want you to be fluent. I want you to be fluent. So I am doing everything I can to give you the tools where you can become fluent without needing a partner to practice with. I'll be your partner. So, see you in the next video. Bye for now.